Okay. Shit doesn't look like a freaking interrogation. Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome. Sorry I'm running late. I ended up oversleeping. I had one of my best friends call me up in the middle of my... First of all, I was running on like pretty much no sleep, so my sleep schedule's messed up. And I was trying to get some sleep in the evening, and Rory's back too, so I'm trying to get used to that. Not being able to sleep as well. It's worth. But I was a little behind there, and then I was just talking with Jason as we were getting into a game here, and I forgot to start the stream up, so it's about mid-game here, but I'll see if I can get at least a couple of games for you. And I don't have the chat pulled out yet, so sorry about that. I literally just got it. I died trading a kill. And just literally try to do it on the way back to lane. So the stream title, the date's probably off too, but whatever, it's streaming.
We're here.
We're here. I'll fix it later. Picked Lulu. Thresh was banned. I would like to play some more Thresh. I think Lulu is definitely on the table, especially if you have Vayne or Jinx on your team. It's extremely good. Yeah. I think Vayne's very underrated right now. Then I am going to do some new tier lists. They are shaking up a lot of the support items starting tomorrow. And of course I'll do the patch notes too. Today was just really busy. Had classes. And then, like I said, my sleep schedule is just messed up.
Oh, Phil, you need to be getting dry again.
Alright, I'm just gonna go Ionians. Just so we have that movement speed, so I can maybe dodge some hooks. CDR, ability haste, whatever, is also extremely good on Lulu. She has very powerful abilities with long cooldowns. They're coming. So like Polymorph is 12 seconds at max level. Jeez, they are relentless. Vayne didn't rotate down. Did we get, okay, we got Pyke also.
I got Yas here. Nice.
There you go, it was great TP. Out. Isn't Ivern just gonna take it if it's warded? Alright, well, guess we kinda lucked out there. Alright, while we're back, let me see if I can move the chat over here. Damn it. Come on. Alright. Locked me back in. Hey, what's up, Korea? What? I'm not quite sure what you mean. What do you mean by is the jungle guy ever coming back? Do you mean like Ivern? Is he coming back into the meta? Or do you mean am I personally as a streamer going to play jungle consistently again? Sorry, I just got the chat enabled, so.
Nice.
They hook Vayne, we kill them all. I like it. Lulu's, but she's already pretty good. She could potentially get even stronger next patch. Some of these changes. So to answer your question, I think Ivern is pretty good right now, so I'm not sure which one you're asking of the two options I mentioned. But I do think that Ivern's pretty good now. I don't know of anything that I've seen. They are changing some of the support items. Nothing at me jumped out that screamed Ivern. But, I don't know. As far as me playing the jungle, probably not. I mean, my first order of business is to get back to Diamond with one of the accounts, at least. Okay, well, why would you bait me, dude? Don't back in a forward bush if you're not wanting to, like, stop your back and fight. I don't know. I feel like I kind of got a little baited there, because I could have had a full Moonstone, but I thought she was ready to rock and roll. Just a peculiar place to back. I don't know if we want to go top. Yeah, it's a good situation for Malphite up there, too. I don't like the switch. We could go middle, but... Dude, I'm so low on resources. Wait, how'd she not get a quad? Did I get one? I must have gotten one somewhere in there. I failed. Nah. Yo, what's up, Nagarake? I mean, she does have so much gold right now. I don't have any mana either. I've gotta use this. I think I'm just gonna straight up get an Ardent Sensor here instead of completing the item, just because that's actually better right now with this Vayne being this fed than completing the Mythic is, I think. Yeah, I am feeling better today. Yeah, I was feeling like probably 95% yesterday. It was really just for like a 16-hour block or something there. It's pretty rough.
Did you hear about they're doing that shot?
Taking it off the market.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that today. I'm like, oh, awesome. My wife pointed out that statistically, she's like, it is literally 1 in a million. She's like, it's 6 people. There have been over 6 million doses of that vaccine that have been administered that have had that problem. She's like, that would be with anything. She's this, you know, has all this confidence in science. I'm like, shut up. I don't need that, man. Give me my tinfoil, okay? I want to be a little scared for a couple of days. I want to sweat it. You and your science. But yeah, I mean, that's not going to be good because a lot of people will just see the headline and they will be scared, you know? This is our one, like, actually good ADC player we're allowed per month.
Month and a half.
That's right. Can't wait till I get to the point where I can say I've been playing League longer than my students have been alive in my class. I'm halfway there. I started playing League when my current students were in like 1st or 2nd grade. It's pretty hilarious.
Straight baller.
Dude, one poor guy in my class, like, literally fell asleep like in the middle of class for like 20 minutes or something, or maybe 30 minutes. It was a while, and he was like snoring, not like super loud but kind of loud, where people were just like kind of looking at him. And one student pointed out like, hey professor, what do you think about that? And I was just like, I mean, sometimes life's tough out there. And just like almost the whole class just started cracking up laughing. I said, all right, pick him up. We're going to go throw him out in the hall. He's done.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. No, I didn't. But that would have been funny. I just let him sleep. He just kind of randomly woke up and just kind of carried on. Like just acting like he was sort of paying attention. Was a little weird. There was like no acknowledgement on his behalf at all when he woke up, like, oh, my bad, or like after class or something. He just kind of was like, what? Okay. It's like nobody noticed. It's like, dude, everybody noticed. Everybody was laughing. I mean, that almost happened to me in grad school once, actually. I was running on no sleep, go figure, or low sleep, and and I was just like, just about like fell out of my chair. I had someone like that in almost every class. It's not normal, not in that type of class. Not in a class where there's less than 20 people. Maybe in like a huge lecture hall. I mean, I slept through part of a class in high school on accident. I mean, I understand that it's usually has like nothing to do with the teacher or their material or whatever. Like maybe sometimes a little bit if it's not the most riveting in the world, but like I almost fell asleep in like one of my favorite grad classes. Maybe one of my favorites strong, but like one that was like pretty good, that I was like enjoying the content. And then in high school, one of my favorite classes I fell asleep in, this like world history class, which was pretty cool. And this is easy. We'll get Challenger next week.
God.
I mean, maybe. I didn't take it personally, though. Usually he's alright in class. But I figured that a lot of the stuff that goes on really doesn't, like, a lot of it just doesn't have anything to do with you, right? A lot of behavior that some people sometimes would take offense to, like student falling asleep in their class, not doing their homework on time, turning in essays late sometimes, stuff like that. Like, sometimes it has to do with your class, but a lot of times it just has to do with other stuff that's going on in their life.
Alright, man. Well, good games. Good luck with the rest of your stream. I'll catch you later.
Alright, thanks. I'll see you, man.
See ya.
Okay, well, dude wants to play some more. I can. So he was Diamond last season too. I didn't even scout him. What? Dude, I was literally 0-10 on the previous 10 games on that account. Jesus Christ. I'm 44%. Looks so bad. Looks like I'm boosted. This is real rough. Wait, I'm on the TSP. I thought I was on the, Okay, yeah, I was on the Abraxas account. Okay. He's P4. So he's just kind of always been P4. I guess he just had a good game or something. I don't know. Tell him no comms. I'm scared to talk. Damn, it is hot up in here. Bust out the fans. Get out the ice pack. It's getting too hot in here. Yeah, the 10% win rate. Jesus. Well, hey, this is the first start. Already checking my match history. Oh, Lord. Well, I mean, if he plays Jinx or... He locks Ezreal. I'm out. Okay, if he's going one of those, that's fine. If he goes Ezreal, I dodge and never respond to any messages from him ever. That's the rule. Hey, what's up, you on? Just kidding. I'm not going to hop in their chat, though, just because, you know, there could be an abundance of cussing or NSFW, you know, type of chatter. NSF 2021 chatter. Not safe for 2021. Who talks about the birds and the bees during League? Well, it doesn't have to be actual literal talk about, like, sex in a mechanical sense to qualify as not safe for work, I think. I'll just go Lulu. So I'm just kind of calling an audible here. I don't remember if I had Lulu in the title or not, but Lulu is very good if you have an ADC that's pretty good, especially if they're playing Jinx or Vayne or Twitch or Kog'Maw. Just anything that auto attacks a lot that scales really hard, Lulu is very dominant. Wow, I'm really surprised this guy's capped out at P4. What? Like, his mechanics are actually pretty good. They're going Jinx. Oof. Well. Twitch, I think, is pretty good. I mean, Vayne can beat her. It's a little harder, but... which is gross. Okay, yeah, Twitch is actually good. I think. Yeah. Either one, it doesn't matter. It depends on who her support is. Unless they get, like, maybe Yumi's banned. If they get Janna, maybe they can keep up. Maybe ADC does tilt out. I don't know. He was pretty friendly last time. Like, he was typing actual directions and not raging. Varus, I don't... if he's going, like, this on-hit Varus, maybe. I wouldn't ever play crit, but I don't even think on-hit's that good right now. Like, historically, that's been, like, Ginsu's Blade of the Ruined King, you know, that type of stuff, but it's been pretty far out of the meta. I'm not sure what people are playing on him right now. She's not bad. I mean, she's not bad with anyone, really. Like, you can even play her with, like, Ezreal and, like, Jhin. People who don't, like, get a lot of attack speed or benefit that much. It's just that she's best with those champions because it's a really good, like, plan A. But you can always, if your W's not useful for the attack speed, we can switch up the hat. Go with that one. We can switch up the ward skin. Go with the gong. Twitch is better with Lulu against Jinx just because you have the range. But, I mean, Vayne's pretty damn good. Like, if you're actually good, I know I talk a lot of shit about Vayne, or I have historically. But if you're good on her, if you have a Lulu to go with her, she's extremely dangerous.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Okay, we didn't miss anything. It's so hard to walk up and harass her because she can get that rocket range. Red Kane, I mean, he could do golems and then try to gank bottom, but... What's your opinion on the Australians? I'm going to have to double check. So, let me get this straight. You do still have the active on it, correct? That gives you the movement speed. It just doesn't do the damage anymore. But now you also have the passive where when you like heal or shield an ally or interact with them, whatever, however it's phrased, then you also get 25% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. Is that right? So you have double speed things on it. One active, one passive. Okay. I mean, it's probably good. It's probably better on Rakan, right? I think almost anyone that would want that, Rakan already was good on it. Like, I would trade damage for extra movement. Like, potentially permanent movement buff. I think it's a buff. I'd have to think about who else, because it wasn't really clear how it was described in the patch notes, whether it would keep the active movement or not. So yeah, I think that's good. There might just be a lot of other people that get that. Depends. I mean, I'm thinking like Karma immediately or something because she has the AoE where she can shield everyone on a kind of low cooldown. Oh, like someone like Sona, right? Like you just constantly crank out. I mean, they just have like permanent movement speed. If you just rotate, if it counts like your Q aura and your W aura, well, the W is obviously going to count, but the Q aura and the E aura, when you cycle through. Damn, if I get hooked. Okay. Oh, maybe that's what her thing is. She's got a bad internet connection. Oh, shit. Well, I screwed that up. Yeah, that was my bad. Tarek's gonna love that. Possibly. He still kind of has the same problem where he's an enchanter that actually needs, like, defensive stats. Yeah. Seems kind of good. It's like, would you get Moonstone, though? Because the new Moonstone's really damn good on anyone that has a lot of healing and shielding. So, obviously, champions that can either machine gun out their spells, have AoE spells that help people, or just have a bunch of different spells that can help people. So, I guess Rakan does qualify for that. Now, I guess it specifically does not say a heal. Well, hold on. I have to see how it's worded, because the grammar on that is very weird, because it specifically does not say a healed or a shield. It says anything that helps an allied champion. If Font of Life triggers it, it's OP. And everybody's going to run it. protect. Does it specifically say your spells and abilities? Oh, yeah. Well, dude, you definitely should have flashed or healed. Alright, well, I don't feel as bad. I mean, there's nothing I could have done about it, but... maybe I just straight... I kind of want to try out... I guess not. I was kind of thinking just, like, straight going Ardent, but I still think Moonstone's really, really good. Well, what was it that was kind of worded like that? Might be Moonstone is kind of worded like that, where font doesn't work with it. Well, I'm just thinking, like, can healing from runes, does that work with it? Or does it have to be you put abilities on them? Because that's a big deal. Okay, that was less impressive than what I'd seen before. Oh, geez. Yeah, he had both sums ready. Ooh. Yeah, if he actually used sums there, that could have been good. I didn't realize he didn't use either sum. Yeah, if he healed, that might have actually been a good play. Maybe. I don't remember how low they were, but I think if she just stayed, like, she didn't have to try to go in front of Blitz. If she just stayed on Blitz and just kept auto-attacking the Blitz down, anyone can use... Well, if it procs off of Aerie, it'll proc off of Font of Life, I think. No, Aerie is targeted, though. Shit. Okay, well, at least he used his sums that time. What is the hitbox on that? They need to nerf the hitbox on Jinx's rocket. We're getting just blasted this game. Does it say spells? What's the exact wording on it? Can someone give me the quote? Please. Well, they want it to include stuff that tanks can do too, I think. That's how I read it. Not that they're trying to exclude, but that they're trying to include a lot of stuff. Did I put the shield on her before Blitz ulted? I gotta wait on that. Christ. Man, that like couple of deaths there, dying with the sums, just completely turned it, like, they are just like hard stomped ever since she died with sums once and then definitely twice. They just really came alive. We were dominating them, I felt like, early. We're certainly doing very well into them. And then they just got 5 kills in a row. Well, Tarek, Thresh,
An enemy has been slain.
shielding allies. Some of them have things that shield themselves, but yeah, shielding allies, it is obviously a little bit more rare. There are probably some other ones I'm not thinking of, but Blitz makes it very difficult to get any sort of vision control. I think the game's comebackable. I mean, Jinx only has 2 of those kills. Now, their 2 assassins have more, but I think if I ult and then polymorph him, then Vayne will still be able to kill him, hopefully. And I do have exhaust. Guardian, yeah, that's a good point. But with them, it says like protecting ally. So I don't know. That's just so weird. If it has to be an active ability, it sounds like they might be trying to make it to where items don't work with it. Which is probably a good idea. I mean, the reason that font is so OP is because it just stays up forever and gets reapplied, has no cooldown.
An enemy has been slain. Turret plating will fall soon.
Okay. I mean, if Blitz is here, I have to be here. Or it's already going to be hard for Kassa in the lane.
An ally has been slain. Rampage.
Yeah, you're going to have to help me hold this, I think. What all they need to do with Taric, it's easy. They already have this type of mechanic on other champions. Just whenever he auto attacks, when he gets his passive, when he auto attacks, in addition to the damage that he does, he restores 10 mana, 20 mana, whatever the number is. Probably something like 10 mana would be fine. That's it. It's that easy. He already has that mechanic built into his kit. He's already balanced around it, right? It lowers the cooldown on his spells and gives him a little bit of extra damage. Why would it not give him a little bit of extra mana? That's it. Then he has the same playstyle. He just actually doesn't go in like 5 seconds. I think they've, you know, tested and figured out that he's really not meta very often. All right, I mean, we got to give that one. I'm like 99% sure we got to give that one out.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like what they need to do with Taric is nerf his ult to where it's not full invulnerability. Just make it a percentage damage reduction. Something like that. And then they can give him power elsewhere in his kit. Because I think they're just too scared. They're like, full immunity to damage is too much. And so they just have to make the rest of his kit garbage. And I think that's just the problem with having an ability that's just too good. Like Tom Kench's ability in Pro, right? To eat people. It's just too good, so you just have to nerf the shit out of everything else that he does, and just basically don't allow him to ever be meta. So I would like to see them nerf his ult for the sake of buffing other things about him. Is Vayne here yet? Okay, she's here. It's on. I mean, I liked original Tarek. I thought he was fine. They wanted a more skill-expressive champ. I think it's fine to have some champs that just... Like, his kit was good. He was one of the reworks. He's one of the few that I don't agree with, where I'm like, I think he was pretty balanced. I think he was pretty unique, pretty interesting, and he was relevant in the meta most of the time in his previous form. Like, what was wrong with that? Right? Like, he had a point-click stun. Wasn't like mega OP, but it's okay. People are like, oh, a point-click stun's OP. What about Alistar? Right? Like, there are other things that are like that are point-click that they've kind of, you know, they just nerfed it a little bit, but they left it in place. If they needed to turn it into a 1-second stun, okay. Right? Or like nerf his damage like they did with Alistar. Let him keep the stun, but just make his damage bad. Okay. And then his armor shredded enemy armor when he blew it up. So it gave him and his allies armor, which was cool. But then it shredded enemy armor, which was very useful for your team, right? And then his ult just exploded and gave your team a bunch of stats. I mean, if they needed to rework the ult, okay. But I really liked his old point-click stun and just his sort of niche as, you know, very good in like AD versus AD heavy matchups.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
He's kind of like the Rammus of supports.
An ally has been slain.
In that very loose sense, where he was like mostly a counter pick, but was still like playable in a lot of matchups.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I mean, Annie basically too. That's another good point. It's like Annie, I mean, pretty much if you're playing her correctly, she's a point click stun, right? For like engage purposes.
An ally has been slain.
I know, man. It's just we're losing everywhere. I mean, yeah, but we just can't get the angle. Dude, they got that warded. We're gonna get flanked, probably. Cassidon's not here. Okay. What? Why didn't we kill the LeBlanc? She was right there. Okay, yeah, get him, Mundo. The Zillion plus Lulu is pretty disgusting, to be honest. Like, if we get to late game, I mean, we're hanging in there. Like, our homeboy Vayne is, not having as good of a game. It's hard to beat whatever the hell he was last game, though. 19-1. I can't. I don't have any wards. Dude, we got to pull this out. If he comes over early, maybe. I mean, we got to go for it, though, because they're going to get it if we don't, so... Cassidon's almost here. Oh, he's got his ult going. Okay, well, at least they paid a couple of kills for it. That is third drag, which is not amazing, but yeah. Let's go get Baron. I don't have, like, stuff, but... Help me out here, bros. Help me out here, bros. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't realize that was going on. Wait, what the fuck? I thought he was dead. Damn it. Ooh, okay. I don't have any mana, though. I pretty much literally have no mana. Yeah, I mean, I can boost him up, too. So, like, we can both, like, turbo boost him. Because remember, W also gives 35% movement speed. So it's attack speed and movement speed. I feel like we could have... I mean, I don't know. I thought Blue Cane died. Did he get away under Dragon and just everyone else died? Alright, well, we misread that, so that's rough. Okay, we get a couple of kills here, though, right? God bless. There's just... So many of them are so mobile with Kayn, with the Murra mana. And we've got, like, 2-item Cassid. I think if we survive this Baron push and keep them off Soul... I think they've got like they've got about 5 minutes. If they don't do anything like big with this Baron and they don't get Soul, I'm pretty sure we just outscale them at that point. They can't make it another 5 minutes, I don't think. Unless they get like a really good pick off of Blitzcrank. I mean, Blue Cane is kind of keeping them alive here, but... What the fuck? Okay, he's dead though, right? Yeah. So they all die here. Kassadin gets 2 kills. They lose their Baron push. Or not. I mean, I guess it is just Mundo and Kassadin. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's... There's the Quadra. Maybe. If he can get her. He's got blue. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, God! Nice.
An ally has been slain.
Dude, I need to hang out with my buddy Adam again, man. I'm gonna holler at him tomorrow. He was always one of my good friends. He'd love... You need to get him over here co-streaming with me. I don't think he ever really plays computer games, but he's an entertainer. He's fun. Yeah, we gotta get him. Get his ass. Okay. Dude, they're just not killing this Mundo either. We have a pretty damn good comp. Not gonna lie. NGL, as the kids might say. Oh, we don't have Kassadin though, so... Vayne might be in trouble. Mundo doesn't have ult right now. I need to get more vision down, but I'm getting rough out there. Kassadin's pretty underrated right now. I've seen him go off in so many games. I don't know. I think Vayne's actually pretty good right now. He's just not playing as well this game, but I think his micro in fights is, like, for the most part, pretty good. He was lagging, to be fair. Some of the decision making with some of those engages earlier is sort of rough. Just being able to adjust, like, because he just came out of a game where he was, like, mega far ahead. So being able to adjust to where we were a little bit behind, like, his calculations were a bit off on that. But some of that was he didn't use his summoners and he was lagging, right? If he'd used his sums, he obviously, you know, I'm pretty sure he would have won those fights, so it's hard to say. But he's still doing all right, I think. It's just, I mean, they are double assassin and he's been behind the whole time, so, you know, that's never going to be a fantastic place to be as Vayne, but he is coming back in. Dude, die. Oh, he's out of mana. Where the fuck? God. Yeah, he's I actually got one shot. Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. I mean, they're fed AF. Merman is kind of... Oh, okay. Can we get him? I don't think we're gonna get him. He could maybe, like, turn around and kill me, though, so I gotta... Like, he's trying to loop back around and get me. Okay, does he doesn't have TP or anything. It is a little dangerous to keep going. We lose Kassadin, and it is going to be pretty bad. What's going on? I'm so low. But yeah, we gotta... I don't think I have time. We gotta be there first. He's just gonna fly by. Well, we got pretty lucky. I mean, Cloud Soul's not the end of the world, but it's certainly not great if they get it. God, he's so fast. Get him, coach. Dude, on the auction house earlier, I don't know, I don't think you were on when I said it, but I found a pattern for the True Faith vestments for 6 gold. So I'm contemplating just going ahead and switching over to tailoring. I'm trying to study to see, like, what some of the different... what some of the different gold form options are. I mean, we kind of got lucky here, man. Should we not just take our wins here? I was like spamming the R button on myself. I should have... well, did I even have any wards? I think I've been out of wards for like 10 minutes. There were 2 of them actually for 6 gold also, and I was like, I should buy this and flip it. And then when I came back today, there were 3 listed for like 40 gold. I was like, damn it, I lost 20 gold on that. At least. Yeah, man, there have been some crazy-ass bargains for some tailoring stuff. That Cassandra's Grace for, like, whatever it was, 50 gold. And then now True Faith, which is, like, tier 5 equivalent robe. Oh, like, 100%. I'm going tailoring. Like, 100% I'm going tailoring for Mooncloth. It's just, like, the question for me is... what do I want to try to... which kinds of farms do I want to try to do in order to get as much money as I can before TBC? So do I keep leather skinning, basically, in order to try to get, you know, rugged leather, devil sore leather. I didn't even realize there's like a really elite form of leather called like a pristine beast hide or something that is like if you skin the beast off of Uber's Upper Blackrock Spire. If you skin the beast off of Uber's, then you have a chance of dropping this. And apparently it can be worth like 1,000 gold or something. I don't think it's going to be worth that much now, but it's like several hundred gold. But I mean, the big thing is... oh, I mean, everybody, like, honestly, if you're trying to min-max, you should go tailoring. If you're a healer... you should go tailoring, except for maybe, I'll friend him. Sure, I'll holler at him. Who was he? I'll add him up here. He's playing well enough, and I think he had a good attitude. I mean, the biggest thing is just attitude, right? And his play was good. I think it's above average for Platinum, probably. I don't know what rings of the unicorn are, but really, through tier 5. But anyway, so yeah, you need to go tailoring. And then, obviously, I mean, it's just almost anyone that's a caster. Locks, mages, definitely, like, priests, 100%, probably druids. I mean, druids, like, leatherworking is good. Like, drums are really good. They have pretty good healing stuff. Later on in the game, they have some pretty good stuff. I think leatherworking also builds mail stuff, which can be pretty good. So, like, you know, it's hard to go wrong with leatherworking, especially if they keep the drums the way they are. But, yeah, tailoring is going to be extremely important. So, I'm definitely going over to tailoring. It's just, how do I want to make my money beforehand? And so, I've just been studying all these different kind of farms that I want to do. And trying to calculate and look at some of the arbitrage opportunities, right? Where you can, like... how much money do you make off of just getting the mats for something and then making that thing? Are you going to be able to make money on that, right? Because that's really, if you're trying to make money in tailoring, that's what it comes down to, is how much arbitrage do you have? Oh, that is actually pretty good. right? So, like, for instance, the bags are, like, just really overpopulated for the most part. People will sell bags for a loss sometimes. Like, I was looking at Runecloth and trying to calculate that up, and it's really, really hard to make money on bags right now. Yeah, the Mooncloth set's ridiculous. Shadowcloth's, like, the other stuff is really damn good, but the Mooncloth in particular is extremely strong. And then the White Mend pants, I don't know about that, because, like, my thing with White Mend, so the Mooncloth is the 3 set. It doesn't, I don't remember what the pieces are. It's like belt. I don't think it was, I know that the White Mend is pants and hood, so I think it's like belt, gloves, shoulders, or something like that. But the White Mend is also really good. The thing is, I believe the White Mend hood doesn't have a meta slot. And that meta gem, I'm going to have to look up what it is again, but there's one that gives you back a hell of a lot of mana, potentially. So I'll have to calculate exactly what that's worth, but it might be worth. And the Priest has a pretty good tier 2. I think it's whenever you use Prayer of Healing, you put a hot on people for 9 seconds that does some extra healing. I think that's what it is. So it's like, it's okay. It's probably better just to do White Mend hood. I mean, the really nice stuff that I've talked about before. Oh, is Thresh? We can get a Thresh game in here. Is that if you're able to get crafted stuff, I know it's expensive, I know not everyone has the time to farm it, so, you know, I'm not, like, requiring it or anything. But if you can get just any sort of, like, craftable stuff, then that helps the rest of the raid gear up faster, right? So if I can get 5 pieces of tier 4, maybe even tier 5 equivalency gear without even being in the dungeon, that means I don't have to roll on tier 4 sets, or I don't have to try to receive loot on tier 4 sets, whatever we decide to do. I'll talk about loot at some other time. But that frees it up for other people to get that stuff who may not have as many good crafting options, or who might have even better set bonuses than I do. So it's like, not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping the raid if you can do that stuff. Okay, so it's like Zoe. So it's like some double magic bottom. Okay, guess we'll go with that. Do I want to go for the boots? I'm probably not roaming. I'm probably just staying in lane. Biscuits. I might try this out. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but oh, I'm not worried about the cost of tailoring. Tailoring, in my opinion, is dirt cheap to level up compared to enchanting. I mean, people, like, it's almost vendor price for most of the cloths. Until you start to get to Mage Weave and then into Runecloth, I feel like a lot of it is, like, relatively cheap, at least compared to the kind of money that you can get elsewhere. But you don't make money, like, you can get cloth anyway, so I'm thinking of, like, making money. Obviously getting true, like, having the ability to get True Faith at level 57 is nice. There aren't that many other tailoring things that I, like, really need. The stuff from ZG, like, those pieces are, like, okay. They're more for DPS. Yeah. That's the nice thing. Hunters, like, Hunters have a really good time gearing up. Because, yeah, they're Beast Lord set from dungeons. You don't have to, you know, spend 5,000 to 10,000 gold at least, you know, getting your Mooncloth set as a hunter, right? You just run dungeons and get your Beast Lord set. And you're done. I mean, hunters have it really nice in a lot of ways. So you get your Beast Lord set, and then you can get your Wolfslayer sniper rifle off of Romeo and Juliet. That is widely considered to be BIS until tier 6. And then, in my opinion, and we'll see how everyone else feels about that, I think hunters should be, if not the highest priority, certainly tied for somebody with highest priority on Daggerspine Trophy, which is best in the game and it's irreplaceable. Okay. Winter, spring. But yeah, so I'm going over to tailoring. It's just a matter of, do I think I'll be able to make more money off of skinning or tailoring? And you don't get any extra stuff from tailoring, right? Like the cloth drops no matter what. So it just comes down to how much can you sell the stuff that you craft for. Skinning's not dependent on that. It's just you get extra stuff. But you can only farm one thing at a time. So if... Oh, it's Kindred. Okay. Okay, I should have had E leveled up so I could trade a little bit better. I think leveling up E first definitely makes more sense against melees. Like, I think Hook is on the table against ranged as a first thing, but... But, I mean, you can only farm one type of thing at a time, typically, right? Are you farming beasts or are you farming humanoids? Right? And so, if the cloth is worth just as much or more than leather is, if that's, like, one of the better things you can be farming, then you might as well just go tailoring, right? And maybe you can find some patterns that occasionally make you a little bit more money. But if the leather is significantly more valuable... then maybe you should be farming beasts. And some of that depends on what are the secondary drops, too. What are other things that these mobs are dropping? Right? Is it just cloth and leather, or are they dropping other stuff? So I'm already kind of out of a zone that was pretty good for me, but I'll give you guys a little tip on something that worked for me. I found when I was skinning, and this could work if you're a shaman moving up. I was in Dustwallow Marsh around like 40-something, 42 or so. And then you go, I went down to the Dragonkin area near the bottom, kind of near Anixia's lair. And there are these little whelps down there. There are some other Dragonkin too that are good. But you could skin them, and they would give you quite a bit of heavy leather, which heavy leather actually was worth more than thick leather. Thick leather is almost worthless for some reason, even though it's the next level up in leather. People just don't make stuff out of it. But the heavy leather, for some reason, was pretty decent. It's like a 20 stack, you give you like 3 gold. But they dropped heavy leather you could skin. They were really good for the priest for farming because they had pretty low HP pools, especially on the casters, which means I kill them quickly, get more spirit tap. Most of them don't interrupt you, so they don't have any kicks. They don't run away, so you don't have to worry about spawning ads or running into ads. There aren't like many. There's one dragon that moves very slowly in the area, but there aren't many elites. No one else is down there farming it. And it also dropped Warren Dragon's Scale, which was worth about a little bit, not a lot. You could sell 20 of them for like a gold or 2, but it was something that wasn't complete garbage. And it sold these tiny flame sacks, which were worth a little bit over 20 silver each, 20 or 25 silver each. So it had basically 3 different things that you could sell off of them. So that was good. So it wasn't just about getting heavy leather there. It also had these other components that were pretty nice. So, you know, I mean, y'all know me. I'm a min-maxer thinking to the max, trying to scout out and think about some of these places. And a lot of guides just don't tell you that type of stuff. But yeah, that was somewhere that at least as a priest doing skinning, which is probably a rare combination, it worked out pretty well. Shit. Well, I guess I didn't need to flash. I was kind of hoping my potion would help me out. Did I not use... Maybe if I used a biscuit there, it would have been alright. Really. Alright.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, the daggers have been kind of weird. There was that one drop from what? The Scarlet Monastery, the Hypnotic Blade or whatever, that was pretty good, but yeah, most daggers and maces I've figured out. A lot of maces don't have healing either. It's pretty much just staves leveling. Am I going to mention Rammus on the support tier list? I'll have to think about it. I guess I can mention him. I'm not sure how great he's going to be. But yeah, these are the type of things I'm trying to figure out. It's like, what are the drops in these different zones? How does that fit into my overall strategy? Obviously, Devilsaur is like the main attraction if you're doing leatherworking, but it's not really like... I'm gonna have to see how much of a pain in the ass it is to try to farm that. If there's still the Devilsaur Mafia, as they call it, how hard they are to beat. I could have like flayed them first, but I didn't want to take a really big like chunk of health if I didn't get a good flay, so I just threw a hook there. Hey, what's up, Antoine? But they're only selling right now for like 5 gold a piece on the auction house. And from what I saw from all the guides, you know, really, if you're just like super balling, you might get 10 per hour, but you're probably going to get closer to like 5 to 7 if it's not heavily contested. I think you always want to try to throw a Thresh hook at an angle if you can, just because of like how the hitboxes work on champions and how like hook interacts with that. So I think you almost never want to throw it straight at them. So if you can get an angled hook, that's usually good. I didn't want to waste an animation throwing a hook that he was probably going to be able to dodge right there, so I just kept autoing. I just got ult. I was waiting on her to flash before I threw the hook. So we'll see if Devilsaur's worth it. But Devilsaurs don't drop anything else that's worth a flip. So, but there are other leathers to get. I know for sure I want to run the shit out of Ubers. To try to get that Beast deck. The Ace of Beasts, all the other Beast cards really aren't that expensive considering how powerful that trinket is. The Blue Dragon trinket. Like, a lot of the other cards are on the auction house for, like, anywhere between, like, 15 to 40 gold. So you're looking at, like, maybe 300 gold for the rest of that. But the Beast usually will go for, like, 2,000 gold. But it has a 10% drop chance off of the Beast and Ubers. So I'm like, if we just run Ubers a lot, we can probably get it. And I can pay everybody. Obviously not that much money, but I can give everyone like 50 gold or something. Maybe. There's 10 people, maybe not 50. Maybe 30 gold each or something if it drops, if people want to help me get it. I can make it worth people's time. But I was watching, you know, a bunch of different priest stuff, and if it stays the way that it is on the beta, then it's going to be Biz for priest. The reason that it's so good, and that I've heard several people confirm it's this way on the beta right now, is with your circle of healing, every person that gets hit by circle of healing counts as one of the procs for Blue Dragon. So when it says a 2% proc rate, when you spam circle of healing on a party, it's a 10% per cast. And it has no internal cooldown. I'm dead for that. Well, I saved him. Well, never mind. He's probably dead. What? Did he live? Wow. Dude, I know, man, but we don't have a movement speed. I mean, to be fair, he can't really follow her. He's so, like, far away. That was so greedy of that Kendra to walk out of her ult. She could have probably just killed me if she stayed in the ult and got me low and then just killed me after it wore off. Oh, alcohol does share with potions? I didn't see that. No, I'll have to look at Metagoblin. Don't tell Black Falcon. Shh. Black Falcon hates him so much. I'm like, dude, he has useful information sometimes. Yeah, he's wrong about shit. Everyone's wrong about shit. I don't know. But, okay, well, I'll have to look at that. Well, that's kind of a bummer, but to be honest, there's not that much alcohol that's, like, native to TBC that people would use, right? Like, a lot of the good alcohol stuff is from vanilla. And I guess they just don't want people to go farming for, like, Rumsey Black Label in vanilla zones. There's a really good one from Dire Mall. Oh, wait, if it's just potions, then because the alcohol lasts for, I think, 15? Is it 10 minutes or 15 minutes? You could actually drink probably while you're pulling trash and be ready for the boss then. If it's just basically a 3-minute cooldown. Babu. Dude, it's been a while since I've seen old Babu there. That's an interesting analogy. That's an old school analogy. I don't think we've seen. If you're talking about Babu, the old school like viewer of the channel. God, it's been a while. I can't even honestly remember all the qualities of Babu. We love Babu though. If you're out there, Babu, come back and see us. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't do anything, man. They're running away. She has ult, like. Fuck, I could have locketed that probably and been alright. I mean, we traded. He didn't have his cleanse. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that quality. Yeah. Maybe some of that. Like, they've died. My God, Thresh, do something, man. Dude, what are we doing? Babu did claim he was a really high rank. we kill her? Eve? Fuck, dude, that was free! Jesus Christ, man. Are you kidding me right now? She has no escapes! I have ult. She's literally backing on a ward that you were right next to. Holy shit. Okay, that tilted me for a second there. I gotta recalibrate my brain. It was literally 800 gold down the toilet there on an Eve. A really fed assassin where there's limited counterplay to her if she gets fed.
An ally has been slain.
The thing is, he flamed me after I hit the hook. That's a new one. I hit the hook, he traded kills, and then he flames me. Like, I understand being flamed for missing a hook, but now it's like, this is some next level. You're being flamed for hitting the hook and getting the kill. Yeah, I don't know. That was about as free as it gets, especially against a champion that there's absolutely no way in hell she 1v2s us right there when I hit a hook that she doesn't see coming. We know there's no backup. And she has a 500 gold bounty. I mean, the R doesn't even matter. Like, we kill her without the R. Like, it's Zoe. She didn't have Hourglass. Like, she's squishy AF. I had ult. She's not running out. I was waiting on the flash before I use the hook. That's the thing. Sometimes with Thresh, you don't even have to use your hook.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Feeding Raging ADC back to your regularly scheduled program. I guess at least we got two good games, or two games with a decent ADC. At least an ADC with an okay mental. Very good in the first game. Okay in the second game, but pretty good mental in both games. I mean, they could be on Baron. I don't know. It's hard to face check Zoe, but... yeah. This is so dangerous. Okay, they stopped. Yeah, I mean, most of the time before tomorrow, you would just build... It depends on which enchanter. Like, Lulu pretty much always wants Ardent because it's just synergizes so well with the rest of her kit. But on a lot of other enchanters, you know, Rakan, Janna, like, the default was Staff of Flowing Water because movement speed's useful on everybody. Even, like, on-hit ADCs, right? But after tomorrow, I think we're probably going to go back to Ardent as the default, and then Staff of Flowing Water being maybe the specialty one. Unless you're talking about, like, including the changes. But staff has been the default basically since the preseason. Like, the item's just been extremely strong the entire time. Part of it is because it buffs you up personally so much as well, so you're not really even giving up anything to help your team out. Oh, she wanted that one. No, I haven't seen LS's thoughts yet on it. I think Moonstone's going to be extremely good on, like, Soraka and just anything that has a lot of plus healing and shielding. Redemption might be a pretty good go-to second item. I'm sure he's gonna... I mean, Soraka's the really obvious one. So, less powerful on someone like Lulu, although maybe you still get it, just because Lulu doesn't benefit as much from plus healing and shielding, but it's gonna be the usual suspects. Sona... Oh, sorry, Antoine. I'm not sure what you said. It was automated.
An ally has been slain.
Wow, what did he die to? I could have redemption. I was sitting there just talking about Lulu's, or enchanters. I was like, for a second thought I was playing an enchanter there. Lulu's passive shield. Still not 100% how Gnar. Does he think they're good? I mean, maybe good balance-wise. I think that it's a lot more situational. Than it used to be. That's what it seems like to me, at first sort of glance. Yeah, I mean, we are against Nocturne, so I guess we'll respect it. But, because I think that just universally, AP is just, or ability haste is just not as strong of a stat as movement speed is. Just universally. Like, it's very good on some champions. Like, Ezreal, obviously, is going to like that. But I think just your generic, generalized ADC... Okay, that was very good. Really? You think it's a nerf to Shirelia's? Does it still have the active? People have told me it still has the movement speed, just not the damage. I feel like trading the damage for, like, even more movement speed is good. If it does not have the active for the movement speed, then it's bad. But if it does have the active for the movement speed and it has the passive, I think that's really, really strong. Because you don't even get full value out of the damage a lot of the time anyways. Because it's just YOLO Q. You're running around. You might even use it in just like little 2v2s or something, right? Sometimes you might even use it to escape. So, I mean, it remains to be seen. LS is a good analyst, obviously. Biggest shield, I think, is a Mantra'd Karma E, generally speaking, but... Oh my god. This guy is so obnoxious. Like, anytime anything bad happens, it's just like instant surrender. Damn, he jumped right past that hook, or I just flat missed it, I guess. If I'd hit that hook, I think that was different. I don't think Locket was up. Maybe Locket was up, but... Okay. I don't know then. I feel like, I feel like it'll be pretty good. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but... I think on stuff that can spam, like Sona or something, but is Sona going to get that over Moonstone? Probably not, maybe, but like Karma is someone. She loves the movement speed stuff. Maybe Nami. Does it work with Font? Is it like your own spells, or do item heals and shields or assists or whatever, does that also affect the movement speed? If it works with Font, if item healing triggers it, so like if Font of Life healing your allies triggers it, like it does with Ardent Censor and all that kind of stuff, I think it's extremely strong. People still, like, rarely talk about the interaction between Ardent Censor and Font of Life. It's so strong, and it has been. I didn't even realize they had Soul. But it's so strong, and it has been for years and years and years, and most people don't even... Lulu's shield is not that big on her E. If you're talking about her ult, that's not a shield, that's just a burst of health. Empowering or protecting ally. Does it say specifically whether it's just your spells and abilities, or whether if you do that, period? The wording on it is weird, because the wording on Ardent Censor and Staff of Flowing Water is whenever you heal or shield an ally, it works. But it also doesn't specify spells or items. Damn. Into Flash and Lantern, yeah, it's pretty much dead there. Yeah, if you include the full value of both of Rakan's shields, it's actually really high. It's like a 280 base with... Oh god, we got it. Nice, okay. I mean, it's not GG then. I keep wanting to play Thresh like an Enchanter because we keep talking about Enchanters. My mind's just not running fast enough to talk about one type of thing and play a completely different type of thing right now. Mantra'd Karma E is like huge. Like, can go into the thousands on a shield. I don't remember all the exact numbers on it, but it's really, really big on the main target that you heal. It's bigger than that on Yuumi. The plus 30%, I mean, that the base is really high, but the bonus is kind of like 30% is kind of wimpy, you know? So Rakan's, both Rakan things will probably be higher than that, depending on how much AP is in play and what level people are at. Because I assume the 400's max level, so realistically it's probably going to be 300 if you're like level 13 or something. Most games you're not getting to 18. We can still win this though. I mean, it's basically just going to come down to like maybe 1 or 2 more fights. I just need to focus up and try to... No, they are trying to include heals. I think they're trying to not include items. Stuff like Dark Harvest specifically does not include items anymore, for example, because of how powerful that was with the Liandry's Burn and Karthus. So they have tried to kind of limit how much runes and items buff certain things. What are we doing? Are we just going for this, I guess? Let's just get this. That's probably the safest thing. Yeah, they still have weight. They still have 3 up, so. I guess he was thinking that maybe he wasn't going to be able to get away. I didn't make that. You didn't buy it. I like it. Black market. Yeah, Lulu's shield's not as high, but you know, I'll have to test it out. No, I think it's specifically if they're trying to make it not work with Airy, not work with Font. Potentially not work with something like Redemption. Although I think it would work with Redemption. It's really just the other runes. I don't know what else there. But like basically if it works with Font, it's really OP. It like that new Shurelya's is really OP. Because whenever you put Font on somebody, every time someone auto-attacks, it counts as a heal coming from you personally. So it would basically keep the Shurelya's up permanently. It'd just be a permanent 25% movement speed for your whole team. On anyone that auto-attacks someone that has that Font debuff on them. So that would be, like, just absurdly OP. Because it has no cooldown on it, I'm pretty sure. If they win this too hard, Nard just took too much damage. If they win that too hard, they just win the game. I don't think they win the game here. Elder's up in 40. Y'all, you need to get back. I mean, I guess they're looking for a flank. But, like, why not wait on Eve, though? If you're gonna try something like that. Just give them inhib. Just give them inhib, wait on me to spawn, and then it can at least be a 3v4, you know what I mean? Like... Real. Wow. God, that was so bad. If they had just waited instead of like Kassadin literally running in, trying to like 1v9. I don't know, maybe they throw here. Maybe Kassadin can kill them all. If he doesn't get chain stunned. Yeah, okay, I think he's gonna kill them all. Well. Moral of the story here is Kassadin's really, really freaking strong. Can he get any mana? Okay, yeah, he's gonna be able to get blue. Dumb fuck. Alright. I'm literally pinging it like 8 times and he runs out of it. You try to heal him. Well, I guess we just let Kassadin back. He's got a lot of gold. Okay, you do get it off redemption, so it works with items. It's hard to test out font. I don't know what else has that interaction with font, because it has to be like an ally hits it to get the heal. You can't hit it to get the heal. That is good. If it works off of redemption, it might work off of font. I mean, that's your super secret thing. I'll bet LS didn't talk about that one. Font interaction with Shirelia's. Like, nobody... I mean, he's one of the best analysts in the world. At least in the public eye. Okay, let's just go with this then. Let's just go with this. Just force Dragon. Or Baron. I mean, if we're waiting anyways, we might as well. Like... Yeah, but it also, like, you have to help an ally out in order to get the buff with Shirelia's. I don't think you can heal, like, or empower yourself. Now, redemption is something that's targeted to. Font is not targeted, so... How long until this comes back? I think maybe we need to just go bottom. Let's just go bottom instead of A-ramming. Just go bottom. Alright, I guess... Maybe they fight us here, but I don't think they're gonna fight. It's a waste. I mean, I don't know how many more times I can ping that. What else can we get here? Maybe Abyssal? Do I just wait on Abyssal Mask? I guess I could get a Mikhail's to cleanse a bubble, but the bubble doesn't feel like that impactful. Because we can just block it. What, I mean, well, Seraphine ult. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get Mikhail's. Is there a cooldown? Is there a cooldown on Shirelia's? How much? I didn't think there was a cooldown. If there's a cooldown, that changes everything. What's the cooldown on it? Is it like 4 seconds or something? Okay, if there's a cooldown, that changes the calculus a little bit. But, oh shit. Fuck, I was drinking my coffee, reading the chat. I thought everyone was just walking up middle. Everyone is just like fucking farming our jungle or some shit. Alright, I mean, I guess I should have been looking. I was too busy looking at the chat. Wow. Okay, that's just ace. Yeah, we just need to get this, and then we can probably end. No, don't back, don't back, don't back! Why are you backing? What the fuck are they buying? They're at full items. Why are you backing? Unbelievable, dude. We have a 5v2 with mid lane pushing up with 50-second fucking death timers, and they backed. What? I'm sitting here spam pinging it. Okay, well we got it, but Jesus. that was rough. Wow. Well, we kind of got that game pretty much just off of Kassadin being OP, and that was kind of the game before that too. It was kind of a freebie because of Kassadin. So, yeah, he's pretty good right now. Yay, back to Plat 3. Woo! Okay, so Shirelia's is 4-second cooldown. I mean, you're still going to trigger that twice in a lot of fights. I mean, it's pretty much going to have, like, a little bit more than a 30% uptime, right? Like a 40% uptime. Shouldn't have done that dungeon last night. Oh, did you do a dungeon that took forever? Which dungeon did you do at level, what are you? Like level 20 or something? You Wailing Caverns or something? I'm not sure, but anyways, okay, well that's going to be it for League. Sorry again for the late start. We had some good games though. I mean, we did win them all, which is good. But we also got a couple of Lulus and, or we got, yeah, 2 Lulus and a Thresh game, so that was kind of cool. I thought I played okay that game. Obviously, you know, at the end, like, literally running it down mid at, like, 35 minutes was not great. And there were a couple of goofy plays, but in general, I thought I had some pretty good plays as well. Dead Mines. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow. I should be able to get the patch notes and the tier list online for tomorrow. I'd intended to do at least the patch notes today, but like I said, my sleep schedule is just effed up. I got a call from my buddy who I, you know, probably talk to maybe once every couple of months, and, you know, he wanted to chat for like an hour. I think I may have literally fallen asleep while talking to him on the phone. Like, he woke me up and I was talking, and then I was like, uh-huh. And I think I may have fallen asleep, because then he, like, called me back, and then I was like, oh, what happened there? He's like, I think you cut out or something. Because I just, like, stopped talking because I was unconscious. It wasn't that he was, like, boring. It was just I was so fucking tired. Like, that's how tired I was. Because I just did not go to sleep yesterday. And then I taught classes all day, and I was running around, and I was fine most of the day, but I just came home, played with Rory a little bit, and just like logged in a while, did some auction stuff for like 15 minutes, and then just went back to sleep. Or just went to sleep. But anyway, so I'll try to be back on around the 11:30 to midnight range tomorrow, and then I will have the patch notes and tier list. Hopefully I can release those sometime in the middle of the day. I don't have classes tomorrow. I'll just be catching up on sleep. And then Rory's in daycare, so that should be a pretty good day to get some stuff done. I don't know if my wife is here. I think she's going to be on campus because her laptop is not right there. So we'll see. If that's the case, then I don't know. She usually doesn't impact whether or not I can get any work done. She's constantly coming, begging me for food, begging me to play with her during the day. She's like, honey, come over here and play with me. Give me some food. I want some cartoons. I'm just like, honey, I'm trying to make a video here. No, that'd be funny. But anyways. Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow. I should have some new content for you, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully you enjoyed tonight. They were pretty close games, too. I guess the first one was kind of a blowout in a good way in our favor. But back to Plat 3, baby. Next stop, Challenger. Here we go. Tune in tomorrow.